Salaries of presidents of different countries annually. Laos, the president of Laos goes home with $1,630 per year. Sri Lanka, the president of Sri Lanka goes home with $7,380 per year. The Vietnam president goes home with $8,320. Moldova, the president goes home with $9,264 per year. Turkmenistan, the president of Turkmenistan is $10,800. The president of Ukraine goes home with $11,600 a year. Tajikistan president, $13,200. Bangladesh president, $14,506. Serbia president, $14,950. Uzbekistan's president, $15,600. The president of Tunisia goes on with $16,700. Nepal, the president of Nepal is a woman, goes with $17,584. Iran, the president of Iran goes on with $20,400. Then Kazakhstan, the president of Kazakhstan goes on with $20,400. The president of China, Xi Jinping, goes on with $22,000. The president of Cambodia goes on with $27,427. Belarus, the president goes on with $33,600. Bolivia, $39,924 a year. The president of Myanmar goes on with $40,980. The president of Croatia goes on with $44,375 annual. The president of Pakistan goes on with $45,823. The president of Venezuela goes on with $48,816 a year. The president of Indonesia goes on with $51,600 a year. The president of Peru goes on with $56,530 per year. Romania, the president goes on with $61,296. The president of Mexico goes on with $67,903. The president of Poland goes on with $70,026. The president of Egypt, $70,400. The president of Latvia, $70,718. The president of Estonia goes on with $74,595. The president of Ghana, Africa, goes on with $76,000 a year. The president of Bulgaria goes on with $79,000 every year. The president of Slovenia goes on with $80,142. The president of India, $84,500. The president of Georgia goes on with $90,890. The president of Philippines goes on with $95,554. The president of Portugal goes on with $96,469. The president of Brazil goes on with $102,524 a year. The president of Paraguay goes on with $103,044. The president of Libya goes on with $105,000. The president of Costa Rica goes on with $113,520 a year. The president of Somalia goes on with $120,000 a year. Palestine president, $120,000 a year. The president of Hungary goes on with $127,159. The president of Colombia goes on with $134,676. Russian president, $136,000 a year. Wait for your president. The president of Uruguay goes on with $139,608. The president of Finland goes on with $141,367. The president of Zimbabwe in Africa goes on with $146,590 per year. The president of Czech Republic goes on with $149,516 a year. Lebanon president goes on with $150,000 per year. The president of Greece goes on with $154,739 a year. The president of Taiwan goes on with $180,000. The president of Uganda goes home with $183,216. The president of Kenya goes home with $192,200. The president of France goes home with $194,300. The president of Chile goes home with $196,000 a year. The president of Turkey goes home with $197,400. South Korea president's salary is $211,320. South African president is $223,500 US. Canadian president goes home with $260,200. New Zealand president goes home with $260,245 a year. Malaysian president $263,500 a year. The president of Germany goes home with $268,448 a year. The president of Italy goes home with $275,147 a year. The president of Spain goes home with $304,055 a year. The president of Iceland goes home with $317,000. United States president goes home with $400,000. The president of Ireland goes home with $401,000. The president of Morocco goes home with $488,604. The president of Switzerland goes home with $507,000. The president of Syria goes home with $576,000. Then the president of Cameroon goes home with $620,976. The president of Iraq goes home with $809,673. The president of Jordan goes home with $847,457 per year. The president of Singapore goes home with $1,442,000. The president of Japan goes home with $3,075,316. The president of Netherlands goes home with $6,082,736. The president of Oman goes home with $7,288,000. The president of Denmark goes home with $11,350,744 per year. The president of Luxembourg goes home with $12,333,102. The president of Sweden goes home with $15,752,000. The president of Norway, $33,237,000 per year. The president of Qatar, $36 million every year. The president of Monaco goes home with $52,063,000 per year. The president of Thailand goes home with $84 million a year. The president of Brunei goes home with $1,986,768,000 a year. The Queen of United Kingdom goes home with $122,442,508 a year. Kuwait president goes home with $165 million per year. The president of United Arab Emirates goes home with $4,608,273,000 a year, while the president of Saudi Arabia goes home with $9,600,000,000 per year. This is what different presidents from different countries earn as salaries every year. If you have learned something from this video, kindly share it to all social media platforms and to at least 10 of your WhatsApp contacts. God bless you and bye for now.